Hi everyone, my name is Zoe Cavada. So some progress I've made since last week. I took the time this week to adjust my website using Dr. O'Connor's feedback. I decided for this website that I'm sharing with you guys for the class, I'm just going to focus on the materials I would give to my students. And then for the expansion portion of this class, I'm going to make a whole copy of this website. And instead of having this feedback page for my students, I would incorporate the feedback page for educators. And then obviously this welcome page would look a little bit differently for educators when I incorporate this into a professional development. Some other things I made some progress on was I spent some time on my materials for the unit page. So I uploaded 4 lessons that I would incorporate to then have the end goal being my students complete the final project using Labster. So I have my first lesson here where I introduce chemistry using this picture that has to do with a bunch of different subject areas of chemistry. I also would have them complete a Chemistry in Our Lives paper, and here I've incorporated the rubric I would give to them. My second lesson, I introduced them to the atom, and we would do a vocabulary activity, and I've embedded the vocab sheet I would provide to my students, as well as a link to the Jamboard where they would upload their definitions and examples. In lesson number 3, they start to learn about isotopes. I know this is a little blurry, I have to get a better picture, but this will be the POGL that my students would complete, and then they will be completing a Candium lab, which incorporates them doing some math on average atomic masses using this video I found on YouTube. It's a different teacher doing it, but he does a great job of having the students take masses of different candies and then putting it together to find the average atomic mass of a sample. I used that this year because we're half virtual. It worked really well. Then in lesson number 4, my students are learning about the history of the periodic table. I have the notes that I use for this unit uploaded there for reference, and then also the lab uploaded that we would be doing by the end of the lesson. The next thing I need to do is incorporate the resources for assessments that I would do in each lesson, and then I'm also going to spend some time next week working on my tutorial videos for Labster. I decided this would be my next step because I met with a representative from Labster this past Thursday, and he gave me access to this whole faculty resource page for free. So I have access to all the simulations for a limited period of time, and I'm going to work with the simulation I want to use for this particular project. So this week I'm going to work on playing around with it and then uploading some tutorial videos for my students onto the website. Thank you.